Yeah, when we're not changing. There's a lot of things that we've done in the past that we're very proud of, and then there's some things that we had to fix coming off of last year. So, philosophically, we're not going to change. We just had to clean some things up.
And Marcus Hooker's back. Can you talk about that decision and how he's looked so far?
Yeah, I mean, he obviously made a really bad mistake. I think when you recruit young men and their families, and you say that you're going to bring them in and take care of them, then when they go through tough times, you have to work through that. Now, he understands that he's in a no-tolerance policy moving forward, but he obviously went through everything he needed to go through to pay his penance in that area. He obviously understands what he's done, and we've given him this opportunity to prove to everybody that that he can move forward and change somebody else's life after what he went through. And I think that's a big part of coaching football is giving these guys an opportunity to learn and grow. But certainly he is in a no-tolerance policy moving forward.
Over here to the right, Dan.
Ryan, it seems like a lot of DBs were in and out of practice during camp. Do you feel like you have a good feel for what you have in that secondary right now, or are you still kind of working through that?
Both. I think that the way that some guys have practiced really gives us some confidence going into that first game that there's more depth than we've had in a long time here. Still trying to figure out exactly who is game ready, but we have a good group of guys, and I think we're much further along than we've been in the last couple of years in terms of our depth back there.
When you say that with depth, do you envision playing a lot of guys back there?
I do. I think a lot of guys deserve to get on the field.
Over here to the left, Austin.
Ryan, what would you like to see at linebacker this week? You kind of touched on that coming out of the scrimmage, that maybe that position is unsettled. What are you looking for in the next couple of days there?
Well, some of the guys just need to kind of heal up, which they're going to do, and then other guys, just continue to get more reps and more experience. So it's a combination of two. The more experience some of those guys get, the better. And then if we heal up and they're all in there working together and they're getting full-time reps with the guys next to them, the communication. That's another thing that I don't think I quite realized going into the season is just the continuity of the linebackers being on the field together, the communication there. It's kind of almost like being in the offensive line. And so, there's been some guys kind of in and out, no big things, just nagging injuries like preseason camp. And so now that we're getting everybody healthy again, getting that chemistry going.
It was just one day that we got to see there last week. Ryan Bash was playing there when we were in. Where did that come from? What could he be in that mix?
I mean, he's played for us, and he can provide depth and play on special teams. And if he can do both of those things, then he'll be on the travel team.
Right next door, Nathan.
Last year at this time, obviously people thought that you guys thought Josh Proctor was a good football player, but weren't ready to make him the starting free safety. What has sort of changed in the past year? Is there more confidence in him that he can handle that position?
I think his approach has been excellent because he's changed his body. He's almost 200 pounds now, and he wasn't that way last year. I think he was around 185, and he's a different player with 15 extra pounds. So that was the first sign that he was maturing and taking this very seriously. But the second thing has been his consistency and his playmaking ability. That position is very important. You have to get guys on the ground when it squirts out. You have to make plays in the post, and he's shown that he can do that consistently.
Right next door.